Have you lately looked into the mirror and are wondering why my teeth are so yellow and so dull? You're brushing your teeth every day using different types of toothbrush, brushing twice a day, but still you end up with yellow, dull teeth. And now you're thinking that is there any safe and effective way to get teeth whiter? The answer is yes, and I'll be discussing about this in this video. Hi, I'm Dr. Sneha. I'm a periodontist, which is gum and bone specialization, and I'm the clinical head of ToothMedix Dental Clinic. So today we are going to discuss one of the most safest, easiest and the quickest way to get whiter teeth. It takes about an hour or so inside the dental clinic and you'll walk out with a much more whiter, brighter teeth. Before we go into the procedure, let's understand why do teeth become yellow or why do they become stained and dull. The number one reason to it is our diet. So being Indians, our diet is very heavy on turmeric, garam masalas and various other spices, and this just contributes to the yellowness of our teeth. The number two reason is your habits. If you are a smoker or you're a gutka tobacco chewer, definitely it will have a drastic effect on the color of your teeth. The third being poor oral hygiene. If you're not brushing properly or if you're not brushing twice a day, definitely you're neglecting your oral hygiene and this will contribute to yellow teeth. The fourth is the age. So as we become much more elder, the outer layer of our teeth, which is called as the enamel, slowly starts wearing off. It is just the process of aging. And the second layer, which is the dentine, is much more yellower. So it imparts a yellow tinge to the teeth. The final being genetics. You cannot do much about it. Your parents, your grandparents have yellow teeth, and that's the reason you have yellow teeth. The treatment for all these causes of yellowness of teeth is something called as the laser tooth whitening procedure. So what is the procedure to get laser tooth whitening? We'll broadly divide this treatment into 6 major steps. The first step would be general checkup or dental consultation. Here you come into the dental clinic and the dentist will run a routine checkup. So they'll check if you have any dental cavities, they'll assess the amount of deposits or the stains or the type of stains which are present inside your mouth. They'll check if there are any crowns, any bridges, and they'll be also able to give you a broad idea about what you can expect after the treatment. So they'll be able to tell you whether tooth whitening procedure is safe for you and if you can go forward with it or not, and if yes, then what is the expectations? How much whiter teeth can you expect? The second step would be basic dental cleaning and polishing. This is a step wherein the teeth are thoroughly cleaned. The deposits which are present or built up between the teeth on the surface of the teeth are tackled. The instruments are also taken below the gum line so that all the hidden deposits are nicely cleaned away and you have a clean slate to start with. The third step is one of the most important steps, which is the placement of a gingival barrier. Now, before the actual process of tooth whitening starts, we need to protect the surrounding structures of the teeth, which mainly involves the lip, the gum, and the cheek and the tongue. So, we place a gingival barrier, which is also called as the gum barrier. And along with that, the lips and the tongue is also protected with the help of either cotton or gauze. The next step is the actual step of tooth whitening, where we have tooth whitening gels. These are approved gels which is then placed by the dentist very carefully onto the surface of the teeth and left for a certain amount of time. Now different gels, based upon which system of tooth whitening your dentist is following, the timing depends upon that. The fifth step is an additional step. Now certain gels have to be activated either by a light or a laser. So a laser activation of the gel takes place. Now this step helps the gel to penetrate faster inside the tooth and helps to give you a much more whiter teeth quickly. The last step would involve the removal of all the gingival barrier which we placed earlier, and also a final assessment of the whole procedure, wherein the dentist will again have a final check if everything has gone out the way that it is supposed to be. Now coming on to the most frequently asked questions when we talk about tooth whitening, which usually our patients ask us. Number one is how long will the effect of the tooth whitening last? Now we can't give you an exact answer for that because everybody's diet, their lifestyle is completely different. So generally speaking, on an average, the tooth whitening will last somewhere about 8 months to about 1.5 years. Now again, it depends on how well you maintain it, how well you're brushing. Now, if you're someone who's a coffee and a tea lover, then definitely the effects will not last so long. On the other hand, if you just consume 1 or 2 cups of tea in a day and overall you have a good oral hygiene, then definitely it will last you a much more longer time. The second most frequently asked question is how long is the procedure going to last? Now in the dental clinic, if you're going for a tooth whitening procedure, then approximately it will take you about an hour to do the complete procedure. The third and one of the most commonly asked questions is what is the cost of tooth whitening? Again, tooth whitening in a urban city like here in Hyderabad can cost anywhere between 8,000 to 16,000-17,000 depending upon the type of clinic that you're going to, the material that they're going to use, whether it is laser, non-laser. Next question is tooth whitening suitable for everybody? The answer for this is no. There are certain conditions where tooth whitening will not give you results. In fact, in some cases it can do more harm than good. So that's the reason the number one step, if you remember, the general dental checkup or consultation is very important before going for a tooth whitening procedure. The next question is, can tooth whitening happen at home, or are there any home treatments that can be done for tooth whitening? And the answer for this is yes, and I'll be discussing about this in detail in the next video. So I hope this video about tooth whitening was helpful, and if you're someone who is looking for tooth whitening options, then I have answered most of your questions. If you still have any other questions, then you can leave them in the comments section below. Do share this video with your friends and family and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you soon. This is Dr. Sneha signing off.